god, this thing does not move. We should never. Nice. There you go.
Serious trauma detected.
Got more? Oh.
Break that asshole. I'll cover you.
Vital signs critical.
Taking you down. Gotta move. Can't see them.
Immediate medical assistance needed.
Target on. Tango sight.
Wow. You're done for. Thank you. Go. Not repairing nothing. Oh, look at that damage.
Can't take much more of this.
Wow.
Roof clear. No more contacts.
That was intense.
Viewpoint is back under control. An agent needs assistance.
Oops. Oh my god. Oh boy. Do I have a build for y'all today? Be Righteous here from Identity, and I'm really glad you're here. This build is special, y'all, because it has a weapon that is very near and dear to my heart, and also another weapon that went through many changes. Both weapons have never really felt strong enough for me, and I can't release a build that I know won't work, but I finally discovered a secret to what makes these two weapons reach their full potential. Lethality is the capacity to cause death, serious harm, or damage to an individual. I know you saw what I was doing to those NPCs, and don't worry because this build is console friendly. So for those using a controller will feel right at home while playing this build. Let me show you what I got. Alright fam, I am so happy that I finally get to use a viable build with the Bighorn. It's the primary I'm using, and I'm gonna be honest, there are very few builds that I use where I really enjoy using both the primary and secondary equally. I would just get lost in using either one, but the Bighorn has never been stronger than this for me. Now, I did say that this weapon went through a lot of changes, and everybody wanted to get this weapon once it was announced, but when I got it from a legendary mission, it felt so underwhelming. Now it's amazing. A 40-round magazine from its previous 30, and that was one of its main complaints, but it's even better with the exotic talent, Big Game Hunter. When scoped, it switched to semi-automatic fire mode, dealing 450% weapon damage with each shot. Headshots give you stacks that increase by 2% up to 50 stacks, which means you can gain an additional 100% headshot damage on top of whatever your percentage headshot damage is on your build. And with another change they made to this, as long as you're landing headshots, you can keep this buff going forever. Now, I did say that this was console friendly. I said that because the way I've set this up makes it easy to land headshots with a controller. Look at this setup right here with the Bighorn and how much it jumps when I'm firing while it's scoped in. Too unstable in my opinion, but look at this. It doesn't move and has a faster fire rate also. We'll get into that soon. But my secondary is the invisible hand. I've tried so many ways to make this hit hard and nothing worked. This too was underwhelming when I got it, but the difference from the Bighorn is that it was never changed. If you didn't know, the invisible hand has the only talent that survived by Allegro, a talent from a few patches back before the whole gear system changed. That means with this setup, I have more of a fire rate than measured, which gives me 20% of a fire rate, but I lose 30% damage. With this, I have a 27% increased fire rate without even losing any damage. That's insane. But that's not the only reason the invisible hand hits so hard. I'll explain how in a build. The pistol is the Mozambique special, and I can say that I've actually used this a few times and it's really strong due to the headshot damage I have in this build. But let's get into what I have here. Now, with builds surrounding headshot damage, you want to make sure that your crit chance is maxed out or close to it, because headshot damage is multiplicative, and if you can crit to the head, the results will be more than satisfactory. So that's what I have rolled onto my 3 pieces of striker, which grant rate of fire and stability, both 15%. And it's how I'm able to get 27% rate of fire with the invisible hand. Speaking of which, the chest piece is Fenris with braced, and it ties directly into why the invisible hand hits so hard and why the Bighorn is so stable. Both of these weapons have suffered from stability issues. The invisible hand's reload is also very slow, and with an AR is very annoying. But braced, my chest piece talent, grants 45% weapon handling while in cover, with an added 15% from Striker's 3-piece makes it 60% weapon handling. Now, weapon handling increases your reload speed, which is invaluable, weapon swapping, stability, and accuracy. This eliminates the slow reloading of invisible hand and also tightens the spread of shots fired with the accuracy it gives you. That's the problem with the invisible hand, and this setup now enables me to literally shred enemies with it. I know you see that I got the Sawyer's exotic knee pads, right? These reward you for standing still, which is what I'll be doing while in cover utilizing the brace talent. The Sawyer's knee pads increase total weapon damage by 3% each second you're not moving. This will max out at 30%, and even if you move, you got 10 seconds until it goes away. Best in slot for a build like this. Not to mention, it prevents you from being staggered. So if you're focused and zoomed in with Big Game Hunter, it won't throw off your immersion with the Bighorn. Man, oh man, I love this build. For the backpack, I went with the Providence. Its 1-piece bonus is 15% headshot damage. The talent is concussion, and this synergizes just right with the Bighorn. Headshots increase total weapon damage by 10% for 1.5 seconds, but as long as you're hitting your shots, just like the Bighorn, this bonus stays up. Headshot kills increase weapon damage by 15% for 10 seconds. Now these two bonuses are separate, so that's a grand total of 25% headshot damage. Now do you see all the damage stack this has? Plus the weapon handling? This build will make you a completely viable DPS role in whatever content you decide to play. These skills I use are the decoy, which helps a lot with distracting NPCs while I'm scoped in, and the second skill is the tactical drone, only accessible with the sharpshooter specialization. Great for spotting enemies to easily pick off. Now, I get hype about all the builds that I post on YouTube, but there are a few that just put me on a higher echelon of excitement. So if you feel that way, let me know by commenting domed below and tell me what you think about the build. That'll be it for this one though, and if you haven't already, please drop a like and subscribe to my channel. I'd really appreciate the support and love to have you join the Identity family. Oh, and don't forget to join my Discord, which has been on and popping since I made the announcement in my insurmountable build. Over 1,300 members and it's growing. The link is now below in the description. Until next time, be right out.